Alright guys, well you saw the thumbnail and it's time to get hyped. We got the Insidious 6 being revealed. This is crazy. I know the Hellfire Club is not even out yet, and they're a really cool team, but are they Spider-Man villains? No. Are they related to the Sinister Six, which was the coolest rework we've ever seen ever in Marvel Strike Force? No, I think a lot of people are hyped for this one. So let's get into it. For the eyes of all Strike personnel, subject classified deployment alert, Insidious 6 detected. I guess that's going to be their name, the Insidious 6. We had the Sinister 6, Superior 6, now the Insidious 6. Let's go. The following confidential transmission has been broadcast across all encrypted Strike clearance channels level 7+. Commanders, a new directive has been issued from Strike High Command. The Insidious 6 is preparing for deployment in classified raid missions requiring elite tech operatives. These missions demand high output synergy, ruthless efficiency, and adaptability under pressure. All traits the Strike team was built to deliver. Okay, so it's going to be a raid team. We all kind of suspected this. I just hope that we're going to be seeing some sort of War and Crucible impacts like we saw when the Superior 6 was released for Crucible. How big an impact did that have on War? But let's talk about these characters. The Insidious 6 Strike team consists of 3 new agents recently extracted from across the multiverse. Superior Spider-Man. Yes, do we want a Doc Ock on the team? We kind of got Doc Ock on the team. If you know, you know. Superior Spider-Man, a genius intellect infused with the enhanced spider abilities and questionable ethics. That's right, guys. If you've not seen or read the Superior Spider-Man comic arc, you absolutely have to. Doc Ock tricks Spider-Man into a body swap. Doc Ock's body dies, so does Spider-Man's, I guess, consciousness, and then Doc Ock is living the life of Spider-Man, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and kind of the soul of Spider-Man comes back, and lots of crazy thing happens. One of my favorite comic book arcs. Definitely check out Superior Spider-Man if you haven't already. Hobgoblin, a chaotic wildcard with an arsenal of explosives and a maniacal air of unpredictability. Yeah, if Green Goblin is like the apex, or at least one of the apex villains of Spider-Man, Hobgoblin would have to be the crazier variant. So very excited about Hobgoblin. I think he was maybe my first action figure I got next to Spider-Man on the glider. So really excited to see what his kit's going to be. We saw Green Goblin's kit. Green Goblin's kit was amazing. Hoping Hobgoblin can hold even the slightest candle up to that. And then my favorite, Scorpion. A ruthless tactician wielding precision tech and Scorpion-based weaponry with lethal efficiency. Scorpion, man, he is such a cool character, especially if you've read the arc where he gets venomized and that leads to Anti-Venom's birth, and there's so much cool stuff that goes on with Scorpion, and just kind of the vibe of that character is really, really cool. Now, it's going to be a tech, so we'll see how it's going to look. I'm pretty excited, and I want to see if these characters are going to be used in War Crucible. I gotta know. In addition, Shocker and Vulture, existing operatives with the Sinister 6 designation, have received substantial combat enhancements. While not core members of the Insidious 6, they can provide greater team building flexibility across various modes. Okay, across various modes. Now, we know Shocker, he's that war guy. He gives Lizard a bazillion 70% speed bar in war, so maybe we'll see like a Shocker Lizard Insidious 6 war team. Really quick taunt, taking all those buffs away. Shocker, of course, is giving offense up the same way Slayer does. So Shocker has this amazing turn meter rewind as well. So excited to see how he's going to slot in there. And of course, Vulture. I mean, Vulture is still used with Superior 6 and still used with a lot of different hybrids that might have 2 Superior 6 members because he does stop enemy from getting speed up. And on the offense, he'll give them slow and give his team speed up. There's just lots of cool stuff that goes on with Vulture, and the fact that his kit is going to have new stats, I think about his ultimate kind of being execute when they're below 50% damage, his basic scaling on how many debuffs they, like, this guy is going to absolutely smash, and I'm here for it. Like, these two are kind of the coolest reworks we could have seen, and they had to be tech, right? Because it's going to be a tech raid team, so they'll slot in here, but they are not core members, so I don't know if they're going to have the Insidious 6 tag. We'll see if this team can get down and dirty with like Green Goblin and Crucible. I think that'd be really cool, but we're not seeing stat reworks to anybody else, apparently. We'll see how it goes. Alright, the Insidious 6 function as a self-contained strike team, but commanders may find strategic value in mixing them with other Sinister 6 operatives already in your roster depending on the mission profile. Further intel on each operative's updated combat kit will be declassified rather, in the near future. But preliminary tests confirm that this team is engineered specifically for tech raid operations with high efficiency anticipated in mid to late node encounters. Okay, let's go ahead, back out a little bit. Directives: continue standard raid readiness drills and prepare for tactical integration. And that's the end of the transmission. So that is going to be our Insidious 6 team, guys. We have Superior Spider-Man, Hobgoblin, Scorpion all getting the Insidious 6 tag. Shocker and Vulture getting stat upgrades, seemingly to be slotted in there, but not part of the core team. So they may not have that tag. We're going to have to wait and see. And I'm really curious if this team is going to slot in a Crucible. I can see just by having Shocker and Vulture on the team, like, they're going to be good in war. I can just see that already, right? What Shocker does with Lizard, the turn meter rewinds, what Vulture can come in and do against speed up on spawn teams. Kind of crazy. I assume there's going to be a lot of that synergy carried over. But I want to know how these guys are going to act with Green Goblin, with Doc Ock, with, Kraven, sure, with Lizard, I really want, not Pre-Taunt, but Fast Taunt. I really want to see what this team's capability is going to be across all game modes. Alright guys, but that's not it for this video. We do have some splash screens that are going to be making their way to Marvel Strike Force very soon. Let's take our first look at the Superior Spider-Man. Alright, this is really cool, and with the intellect of Doc Ock, you know this guy's abilities are either going to be hard-hitting or very controller-based. I can't wait to see how they kind of mix that, you know, menacing Doc Ock vibe with Spider-Man abilities. They did it awesome in the comics. Can't wait to see what they do in-game. And now we got the big splash screen that's going to be for the next patch. We got the Hellfire Club mixing it up against our Insidious 6. There's our first look at Scorpion. Ooh, he looks beefy. He might be the tank of the team. Look how beefy this boy is. All right. Yeah, he's been eating his spiders. Let's go. Alright, we got Hobgoblin looking exactly how you would expect Hobgoblin to look on that glider. I guess they're going to copy the rig from Green Goblin, which makes sense. They're both glider characters. Really excited to see what Hobgoblin does. He looks so menacing. Oh my gosh. We got Shocker and Vulture on the splash screen because they're going to be getting the rework stats. And we got Superior Spider-Man. Superior Spider-Man kind of giving Blast a run for his money on being the focal point of this. Yeah, this guy up here, he's surprised too. Man, I am super pumped to see what the Insidious 6 is going to bring to the game. Of course, they're going to be the new raid tech team, but how do you guys think they're going to affect War and Crucible? Honestly, just Vulture getting new stats kind of brings the Superior 6 team back. Same with Shocker, bringing that War team back. You can do a Shocker, Lizard, Vulture, Green Goblin team now in War, and that's going to be really, really impactful. I can't wait to see what is in store for our game going forward. Let me know what you guys think about this news. And as always, have yourselves a wonderful day. And I'll see you guys next video. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Bye-bye.